वीडियो के थंबनेल में तो आपने पढ़ ही लिया होगा कि हम लोग किस बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. Today we are talking about the changes that are taking place from the 1st April 2026. From 1st April, your tax, salaries, even your take-home income are changing. But the problem is most people do not understand what actually are changing. In this video, I explain all the major changes that take place in the tax regime that can impact you. Let's start with something confusing that got simpler. Earlier, we have two terms. Previous year, when you earned, assessment year, when you actually filed your income tax. Honestly, it confused almost everyone. For example, you earn in 2025, 2026 and file in 26 to 27. But the government replaced both the term with just one term, that is tax year. So, tax year is 2026 to 2027. So, there is no confusion, there is only one term can be used, that is tax year. Part 2. ITR deadline changed. The deadline for filing ITR 1 and ITR 2 is still 31st July, but for ITR 3 and ITR 4, which is for business and freelancers, has extended its deadline from 31st July to 31st August. Earlier, you can revise your return within 9 months. Now you will get 12 months. Till 31st March, you can revise your returns. There is no major changes in new tax slab. The tax slab is same. If you are earning up to 12 lakh, there is no tax. 75,000 of standard deduction are given to employees. Means up to 12 lakh 75,000 there is zero tax for salaried employee. If you claim HRA, listen carefully. Earlier people claim rent without much proof, but now rules are stricter. If your rent is above 1 lakh per year, landlord PAN is mandatory. You have to declare whether landlord is your relative or not. Rent agreement is needed. No proof, no HRA. But here is a good news. More cities are qualified for 50% exempt in HRA. These cities include, these are Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Ahmedabad. Earlier we have only 4 cities. Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata. Salary structure changed. This will hit your monthly salary. New rule is, according to new rule, your basic salary should be 50% of CTC. Okay, earlier company keeps basic salary low and CTC higher. But now, basic salary should be 50% of CTC. This means if your basic salary increase, your PF increases, your in-hand salary may decrease, but your future saving will increase. You can say it is a long-term game. Government has finally updated the limit for allowances that haven't been changed since years. Let me give you a quick glimpse of allowances before and after. Education allowances for child per month was 100, now is 3,000. Hostel allowances, which was 300 earlier, become 9,000. Meal coupon, which was 50 only, become 200. Employees gift 5,000, become 15,000. Interest-free loan 20,000, become 2 lakhs. But company cars are costing more. If a company provided a car and a driver, and if government considered it luxury, according to new tax system, this will be added to your taxable income. Now let's talk about old tax regime versus new tax regime. Is old tax regime is applicable or not? It is still applicable, but default is people choose new tax regime, because if you choose old tax regime, you have to get salary up to 8 lakh. Old regime is beneficial to only those people who claim PPF, home loan and deduction under ATC. If you are not getting these, it is actually not a good deal for you. Now let's talk about investment and trading changes. If you bought gold from stock market, you are no longer to get tax exempt. But if you got gold from the RBI direct exemption, only then you get tax exemption. If company buy back share from you, it considered as capital gain. If you deal in future and option, the hidden tax STT now went up. In future, earlier it was 0.2%, now it's 0.5%. In option is 0.10%, now it is 0.15%. TCS on overseas travel now rationalized. LRS for medical and educational purpose, which was earlier 5%, now also become 2%. Means all the TCS charges in international affairs become 2%, which was a great deal. Now let's talk about some paperwork. Don't panic when you see the number on your tax form. Means Form 16 salary tax certificate now become Form 130. Salary TDS certificate, which was earlier Form 16, become Form 130. Non-salary TDS, which was Form 16A earlier, now become 131. Full tax summary Form 26AS become 168. TDS return non-salary payment Form 24Q become 140. That's for it.